are in Indore, all set for the first test match between India and Bangladesh. How exciting is it going to be with the World Test Championship back in focus here? Hey buddy, good morning, what's happening?
Do you have your experts to do the show?
No, actually
There they are.
There they are. Wait, what did I do
Mine are
here?
missing too.
Oh, yours are missing. Hello, gentlemen. Good morning. Aha, I see what you're doing. Everyone's got the pink ball on their minds. Sunny G, good morning.
Please
Sir,
don't try to alter the condition of the ball.
Don't do all these things.
No, it's a pink manicure in the end. You know?
Sir, this is called a manicure, not in that.
Okay,
but
all right.
Obviously, all of us are so looking forward to the pink ball. What a historic moment for Indian Test cricket as well.
It is going to be, because I think it's something new as far as Indian cricket is concerned. Indian cricketers, Indian crowds are concerned. It's going to be something that everybody is looking forward to. That's what the BCCI President Sourav Ganguly wanted.
But it is the first test match, and Jatin, we're not exactly used to being in huddles, but we're going to be part of a special huddle because Sanjay Banga, welcome.
Welcome back.
You get your... We're all thinking about the pink ball test, but it's the first test match right now in Indore, so I got mine experts, you got yours?
Can I take mine?
All right, take yours.
Enjoy the show.
All right, there we go. Looking forward to the first test match here between India and Bangladesh. Let's find out what's on the show. Has most certainly been used to being on the top in the last couple of seasons. Thanks so much for joining us here in the morning. I can't think of a better way really to open the show with Sunil Gavaskar and Gautam Gambhir. There you go. I've got it going on. This is the best opening partnership that we could conjure up for you. I'm just a bystander here.
Well, and like I keep always saying, a left-hand, right-hand combination always makes it a little bit easier for...
But I tell you what, we're all smiles, gentlemen. Both of you all smiles. But just imagine for Bangladesh to be taking on a team that has now won 11 consecutive series victories at home. You've defended your fortress in almost every venue.
And it's going to be difficult for them, no doubt about it. But they've got nothing to lose. They've got everything to achieve. Plus, you're playing against a quality opposition. Probably
Indian attack in the past decade you've actually had in that sort of sense, you know, your bowlers, your seamers doing better than the spinners. All the teams that have played, is this one of the best test teams at home ever?
Oh, I think so. I think without a question, I think this team is a magnificent team. This team knows how to win. This team knows how to wriggle out of, tough situations. There have been occasions
at this stage, and looking forward to the combination today as well. But Virat Kohli, of course, he returns to helm of affairs after taking a break during the T20 series. He's on track to become the fastest captain to 5,000 test runs, and we followed him in the nets. Virat Kohli obviously excited to get back into the scheme of things. Already India's most successful test captain, but the dream is bigger, the ambition is far greater. When you look at some of you mentioned, and Gautam as well, it's difficult for a team like Bangladesh. They haven't beaten India in a test match. They come here without their highest run getter, Tamim, without their highest wicket taker, Shakib. Here are the challenges that the Bangla Tigers will need to face. So I tell you what, let's have a look at what we've seen here at the Holkar Stadium. There was just that one test match against New Zealand where Ajinkya Rahane got 180. Gentlemen, if in fact India are batting first, then you've got Rohit Sharma walking out with that Brad-Minsk average of 99.85 at home. Well, he gave us an exclusive interview for the kind of year that he has been having. He is our MasterCard player to watch out for. Extraordinary year it has been for Rohit Sharma. It continues, changes in his personal life, and now opening innings in Test cricket. Two great openers here on Nerala Cricket Live. You've got to ask them, not just in this format, in Test cricket where he's owned that spot now, Gauti, across the formats, what a year he's having.
well, it's been his year.
Rohit Sharma's average. So look, early days as an opener at home in Test cricket, but what might be some of the challenges that he might face in the coming seasons?
Well, I think his problem earlier on in Test cricket has been shot selection, because he was a little too eager to get going. Now, what the opening position has...
Sunny J couldn't hear you because Rohit Sharma just walked behind you and that crowd went absolutely crazy. They're expecting that here in Indore at the Holkar Stadium. Virat Kohli's just gone back into the dressing. Well, thank you so much for that. So all the stats that I gave you before that completely gone out of the window when it comes to Virat Kohli winning the toss. But it was what he wanted to do, and understandably for Bangladesh, got a new man at the helm. They want to make the most of those conditions, as you said in the pitch report, and bat first.
Yes, I think it's a deceptive kind of grass covering over there. Sure, I think the fast bowlers will get a little bit of help because it'll be a little bit of dampness, the freshness of day one pitch.
Have you had breakfast, Sunny Ji?
No, I haven't.
You haven't had breakfast
No.
yet? Well, we've got something on the platter for you. Sanjana discovered the best places to get breakfast here. And understandably, that man has had a good breakfast. He's all set for this test match. Have a look at what Sanjana...
Much like the ones we want to see on field today.
Hey, Sanjana, what about us? We didn't get anything. Sunny ji, you got something?
No. But I'm not, because I've got this intermittent fasting going on. So I've got another 3 hours or 4 hours before I eat.
Sunny ji setting the standards, by the way, when it comes to that. I tell you what, since Bangladesh are batting first, Lakshman also can join us. Good morning, Lakshman. Good to see you. Since Bangladesh are batting first here, understandably, all the focus will be on someone like Mushfiqur Rahim. I mean, average is just about 45 here against Spain, so he will be a key player. So what does the Baiju's game plan need to be for him? Well, there you Umesh Yadav. I mean, it wasn't only you, Sunny ji, that he had on his feet with those sort of deliveries. It was the batsman as well. Remember, he's come into this test team in the absence of someone like Jasprit Bumrah. He has really grabbed that opportunity, and here's another occasion for him to ensure that Team India finish on top. Any opportunity, and he is making it count. That's why there's a crowd here at the Holkar Stadium that has come in to watch Umesh Yadav. If in fact you're not here, don't worry. Here is something that you can do. You can watch this test match on hot. This is a contest that we have running for you. We started it during the T20 series, and here we got such a tremendous special wishes from Virat Kohli, and happy Children's Day to your children as well. And
thank you. Thank you for giving me thank you for giving me those good wishes. Thank you very much.
Sunny ji, forever young, forever young. There you go. But all of you watching us, all the kids that have come in as well, look, it's a special occasion to be here as well. Now, India look like everything has gone their way so far. Even if they didn't win the toss, they wanted to be able to bowl for to exploit those conditions. So walking out here right now with a little bit of sun out, it's good conditions.
Mild sun, which again is going to help the new ball bowlers get a little bit more swing. When the sun is out fiercely, the ball doesn't swing as much. But this, I think, will help the ball to swing in the air a little bit more.
Looking to break early inroads, do you think they've made with those 3 seams coming in? So let's have some fun with our predictions. Just similar, guys. Who will get the first wicket of the day, Sunny ji? You both have actually been on fire.
I think it'll be Ishant Sharma will get the first wicket.
For me, it's Umesh Yadav.
You got to up your game, Lakshman, because your predictions have been spot on. Let's see if you can continue that in this series as well. Okay, I'm going to hand you over to match action now. We will see you later on in the day. So great to see Virat Kohli opening up, you know, managing to have those conversations with the next generation, inspiring them as well, inspiring them with performances as well on the field. What needs to happen? We've still got some of the lunch show left here on Nerla Cricket Live. Stay with us. Yes. First test captain, Colonel C.K. Naidu, brings us to India's most successful test captain, which is Virat Kohli. He wanted an opportunity, even though he lost the toss, to say, all right, we wanted to field first anyway. Can my bowlers deliver? With Sunny ji and Gautam Gambhir, yes, the bowlers did deliver. You got 3 batsmen.
Well, that's what I thought as well.
Well, a couple of reasons as well that those DRS calls going away, and Virat Kohli is a happy captain as well. And there are plenty reasons for him to celebrate as we walk on here. Remember, the World Test Championship is crucial for them. They will be keeping that in mind. But also for Super V, looking forward to episode 3 to see Virat Kohli's avatar in animation is very exciting for all of us. Remember, you can watch Super V every Sunday morning. You can wake up with Super V episode 3. I'm looking forward to at 9 a.m. And my superheroes are standing right here. The superheroes to all the fans that have come out here to watch him as well. Now, both of them have told us because of these sort of conditions, might be a little easier to bat on. So what exactly are the conditions we're going to get now in this post-lunch session? Akash Chopra explains on the Ultratech Express View. Body language of the Indian seamers who have done their job so far for the captain. Conversations going on right now, and I also just wonder, you know, with you can see Mohammad Shami always having a laugh. He's always having a laugh to put everyone in a good mood. I just wonder with Mushfiqur there as well, and Ravi Chandran Ashwin's good record against him, when he would be brought on.
Well, I think it won't be too far away. It won't be too far away for both the spinners to come and operate. But I think for the first 45 minutes, you will see seam from one end, definitely. Maybe from both ends as well, but definitely.
Thanks so much for joining us here on Nerolac Cricket Live. All right, what a session we've had. What excitement there, especially from Mohammad Shami. And since VVS Lakshman has got the pink ball in his hand along with Sanjay Banga, means it's a pretty packed show. Let's find out what are our top stories. India's former batting coach on TV right now on Nerolac Cricket Live. But the man who's not under pressure but creates his is Ravichandran Ashwin. Now he reached finally his 250th test wicket at home, third fastest to the mark, and that double strike from him.
Absolutely, and today's spell shows why he's a class.
And you would have seen that. I mean, Sanjay, you would have seen him working or through all of that, replicating that hard work that he does in the nets on the ground. But similarly, for someone like Mohammad Shami, I mean, that was a sensational over.
A terrific over, and not to take anything away from him, his earlier spell was very good. He beat the bat a lot of times, so he succeeded in the plans that he's set up.
And I think that was the contest we were always going to wonder about, with the experience that someone like Mushfiqur Rahim has.
Yeah, he's batted well, but he was very lucky. He was also patchy at times. And see, we saw this execute your plan. I mean, you'll feel really satisfied. I mean, he's got so much of control over his bowling, and that's why he's able to execute whatever plans he's making against the batsmen.
Virtually those back-to-back wickets. So what Lakshman just mentioned, Sanjay, when Virat gets the crowd going, when you're bowling and you've seen these bowlers, there is a game plan to get everyone behind you. Do you think that's one of the reasons why it brings out the best in someone like Mohammad Shami?
Not only Mohammad Shami, but by the
about them, it's the numbers as well, because I take you back to the morning session where really the seamers exploited that session and their rewards. They got the rewards. It paid them dividends.
Yeah, and Virat, if he would have won the toss, he would have fielded first. And the reason for that is the wicket was fresh.
There you go, the star of the show, the pink ball.
This is how Mohammad Shami, Umesh Yadav are going to swing the ball. Not to forget Ishant Sharma inside.
Well, therein lies the challenge for the batsman, because you are expecting it to swing more. You spend so much time with these Indian batters right now. I mean, what sort of application or adjustment will they have to make, Sanjay?
Well, they'll have to practice quite a bit, because one thing is getting used to a side wherein a pink ball is coming out of the hand of a bowler. But more than that, just think that the way they prepare for seaming conditions. So that is the way to go about it. Being prepared that the ball is going to dart around and making sure that they're playing close to the body and under the eyes as much as they can. So I think nothing different, because the basics of the game don't really change with the format. So they need to stick to the basics and do those things really well.
The twilight zone will be the key. But then again, for the Indian bowler,
5 or 6 centimeters of scratch, which is mandatory when you're using the pink ball. So that will go in favor of the fast bowlers.
Look, throughout our coverage in this test match as well, we're going to be building up to that historic pink ball test match in Kolkata. And something for all of you watching as well, those of you who watch Super V every Sunday, that's when it premieres, episode of the day. We can see a little bit of that reverse swing coming in as well. Yes, India have had their challenging dismissing the tail, but what do you expect to see now?
Oh, I expect them to run.
Team India, the bowlers have been absolutely relentless so far on Bangladesh, 140 for 7 as we head into the final session of play. 250 test wickets at home. He's gone beyond that. We'll discuss it with Gautam Gambhir and Sunil Gavaskar, but first and foremost, let's have a look at our top stories that have been inflicted on teams since 2008. Sunny G, Gautam Gambhir have been part of various eras in Indian Test cricket. They played part of various teams. But when you see numbers like that out of 20 occasions, your team has managed to bowl out a team in the first innings.
Well, I think that's such an encouraging, stat, because clearly
there was nothing in the middle session, but still they kept coming hard, and then eventually made their session, and probably that was
The start of the day, India didn't win the toss. They were put into field. Virat Kohli was actually okay with that, because you've got this three-pronged seam attack when the team elects to bat first and then they find themselves on the back foot.
Yes, I think that Virat actually was, as he said to Sanjay Manji,
A bit of resistance that you show so often with the red ball. You've seen Virat Kohli go to his, wicket taker, the man for the occasions, or the partnership breaker. That's Ravichandran Ashwin. Yes, a couple of catches dropped, but now to get 250 test wickets at home, the third fastest to the mark.
Spinners around that mark, tremendous to see.
And we can keep talking about who's the number one spinner right now, with Jadeja being there. But I always believe that Ashwin, with the kind of skill he has, he's always got to be a number one bowler, just as a
The setups, the way that, he's always admitted to himself that I am a thinking bowler. I'm always thinking. He's always thinking of changing a game. Is it because of the way he sets up a batsman? Mehmudullah, for
Very few people have the ability to play two roles. Ashwin can.
They're different roles for the teams. MRF easy ride performance of the day. Those Mohammad Shami, I mean, that double strike was something else. Even at the start of the day, you heard him.
Only thing that now he's worked on his fitness. Probably that was the only thing that was missing in his game, and the commitment as well. Now he's got.
That's a great way to say things and set it up, because he's taken on that responsibility, and you see him make those adjustments in his game.
You do, and that's the crucial aspect about, you know.
And as a captain, how do you distribute, you know, their different skill sets? How do you communicate with them that this is the plan that we're going to go with?
See, the best part is all the three are different bowlers.
Yeah.
The conditions out of the game completely, because you've got, for every condition, you've got someone who can get you that match-winning spell.
That's one of the learnings, the way that they've adapted to conditions as well, even when you don't have such dangerous one on offers. But we've been so excited, especially of late when Virat Kohli visited our studios. You had a chance to see Super V. He also had a chance to interact with budding athletes, pass on some life lessons, pass on some motivation. And since it's Children's Day, you can definitely watch that on Blue Rising right after this show. Well, there you go. A special message from Virat Kohli. He's taken time to interact with a lot of young fans now, because at this stage in your career, Sunny G has done it, Gauti has done it as well, to be able to pass on those life lessons to the next generation. That's an opportune moment, and that's why you need to be tuning in for Super V episodes as well, because he does come at the end of every single episode. Reminder, what's happened today, it has been India's Day. And Mayanti, you always knew is come. I mean, all of them have come into it with form. But that partnership between Mayank and Cheteshwar Pujara has been more exciting with the way that Pujara has actually taken it on.
Which is his, you know, strength. He was absolutely terrific. It was a master craftsman at work.
Last time India played a test match here against New Zealand, Pujara had 100. Sometimes you just walk in, you know, tap into those memories, and maybe that's what he's thinking of today as well. But look, sometimes the odds catch up with you. You have a Bradman-esque average of home of 99.85. But for Rohit Sharma today, Bangladesh tried to execute a plan towards him. They made him come on the front foot a little bit, try and drive.
Yeah, probably a little bit of a loose shot as well. Probably just overconfidence. He's going to. As a batsman, it's about a one-ball game as well. So I'm sure that he's too good a player to not be capitalizing in the next test match. I'm not sure whether he's going to get the second inning in this test match, but I'm sure he's going to capitalize in the next one.
Well, he walked off smiling, didn't he, Sunny G?
Well, obviously, I think somebody who's missed out on this pitch. This is a very good pitch to bat on. Day 2, it's going to get even better.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, we are looking forward to day 2 as well, just to see what the Indian batsmen do certainly have on the radar. And there's plenty for us to look forward to as well. We will join you tomorrow morning, as we always do, looking to start the day with you bright and early. And, well, it's a perfect way, really, to start with the experts that we have in our studios as well. We're going to take a breather. When we come back, we'll discuss some more. Stay with us. India's batsmen as well, to ensure that 86 for 1 is how we end the day so far, day 1. It's great to see so many kids that came into the stadium today calling out to their heroes. It is Children's Day after all, and one person who's had an opportunity to talk to his fans, talk to the young generation, and look to inspire them with his superhero avatar is Super V, Virat Kohli. That's right, Super V episode 3 premieres on Sunday. Here's a sneak peek of what you can expect.